Hello, everybody, and welcome to Metal Gear Mondays, where I'll be playing Metal Gear Solid, going through the alternate path in just a few minutes. Thank you for waiting, everyone. I'd like to go ahead and start this in the way that I like best. Go ahead and show off some fan art. The lovely and talented Pepper Fox has made this piece of fan art. Fem Slots, is what I'm going to call it now. Looks great. I have interesting emotions when I see myself like this. And then we have me as more of like a werewolf type form. Since I'm a dog boy. And I realized that when I was moving the fan art, I moved the chat box a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and try to fix that really quick. Come on. Chat box. Move you up. Or actually, wait a second. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's still okay. Good. But yeah, here's me more of a dog boy, dog wolf. I fell form. Both of these pictures look great, Pepper. And thank you very much for the fan art. I agree with what Johnny said yesterday, and the fact that even when I'm done with all this, if I ever am done with all this, if I retire or something, fan art will definitely be something that I can look back and just enjoy. So thank you for it. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the game. What's testing? Suva, come on. Testing. Okay, there we go. Everything okay, Pepper? So you have a brownie face. Yeah. Well, no, I'd say, it's fabulous and it's fan art. So both will work. But as for right now, read mission log, yes. Snake finally arrives at the control room on the 3rd floor of the underground maintenance base, but the detonation code has already been entered. However, Snake hears from Otacon that he has discovered how to use the detonation code, emergency override key. The key is made of memory-shaped alloy and changes into 3 shapes, according to temperature, with each shape matching the corresponding terminal in the control room. But Snake gets shot by Ocelot and drops the key. Snake looks for the key in the drainage ditch on the 1st floor. No, there we go. Go from standard to bright picture. There we go. Now I can see it. Who's there? No one you need to worry about. Sleep well.
The terrorists are finished inputting the detonation codes. The only way to stop the launch now is to re-input the detonation codes to lock the detonation mechanism. You need that card key to do it.
I get that.
Find that card key, Snake. There's no other way.
I get that. I accidentally pressed A. Start A. Okay. Effort. Thank you. Thank you very much. You don't need to feel insecure about your fan art. It's great. Okay, I understand why Johnny gets overwhelmed sometimes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I always enjoy seeing your fan art. You don't need to worry about like doing it consistently or anything. Just if it makes you feel overwhelmed though. But I always enjoy seeing it. Thank you. Anyway, back to the game. What was that sound? Someone being very generous. You don't need to come up here.
Is there somebody there?
No, 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 no,
Enemy sighted.
no,
Reporting back.
no. There you go. Huh. No, I can't go in there. There you go, ration. And another ration. Don't know how well that's going to taste because it was in motor oil, but let's see. Time bomb.
Snake, did you find the card key?
No, it's not here.
Don't be ridiculous. You saw it fall into the drainage ditch, didn't you? The drainage ditch. Isn't there something odd about it?
No. There are a lot of big rats, though.
That's it, Snake. A rat must have eaten it.
Now who's being ridiculous?
No, I'm right. There's no other possibility. Rats eat all sorts of things. There's nothing unusual about that.
So I guess I gotta find a rat that ate it.
Just imagining things.
I don't think this has ever actually happened whenever I played this. Thank you, Pepper. Yeah. Okay, they can detect me. So, gotta give it some time to come out of there. Just like that, I was able to tranquilize the rat. But unfortunately, I guess you have to shoot the rat. Because me shooting it with a tranquilizer didn't work. If you're just joining me, I'm playing Metal Gear Solid and I'm trying to shoot a rat in a wall. Okay. Now this is gonna be pretty over the top, but here it goes. There we go. One moment. Alright. Give me a second while I get some water. Pepper, here's your hydrate. There we go. Okay. One moment. The water was a 2 because I didn't put any flavoring in it. But it would be even better when I get the flavoring in it. And I'm going to make sure that I have that redemption marked down. Testing. Okay. Also, for those of you who are curious, I'm going to be trying to help out as much as I can tomorrow. With the Johnny's Wolf Boy birthday.
Huh?
Was there a noise just now?
No, there was no noise.
You called, Snake?
You know, rats can eat card keys, but one of the things that rats could enjoy, but I doubt they'd eat, just because of how great it is, and how cute and everything, is the Johnny Wolf Boy plushie. The picture is not accurate. We have about 49 of them left till 400. And it will be, this is the last week. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the chat for the, if you would like one. Hashtag send a wolf boy home with you. And there we go. Makeshift does great work. If we can't sell 400 of them before the end of the campaign, nobody gets charged. But no one gets one either. So there's that. Now to get back to the game. Right.
Said, win any way you can. Nice guys finish last. What about you, Snake? Is that what you think? Is there anything that you wouldn't do to stay alive? You should think about that, Snake.
And this is why I saved before I entered here. Because I could remember the gas, I couldn't remember how it was activated. I can't remember how to turn it off.
No! Snake! Get off Snake!
Well, every 100 gets you a chance to, I mean, you know, I'm just, you don't need to do this, of course. I'm just letting you know how I set up the channel. Every 100 bits lets you get to spin the slot machine wheel. It also, that's how I cap my voice messages. That's why when you donated the 1,000 and the the two 100s, the slot machine wheel got activated. What I'm going to be doing with that slot machine wheel, I still need to figure out, but we're going smooth, slow but smooth. I mean, slow but sure. Now let's hope that the gas mask, doesn't activate the gas. Okay, this is the room key. Room pressurized key. I have the key. There we go.
PAL code number 1 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2. Freeze the key.
Well, Johnny and I really do appreciate it. And, you know, thank you for being very generous with us. And, you know, being a dog boy and being a wolf boy, being whoever, we just all, we really enjoy having fans and having people enjoy our stuff.
Who's that? It's the enemy. I need.
Oh, come on. What? I didn't press. Okay. That guy's still sleeping. Okay. Also, everyone, I now have a social Discord. I'll be adding the link soon to Twitch. Don't mind me, I'm just a box.
Who is that? Enemy sighted. Requesting back.
Alright. Bandana on. Am I I might not be in. Come on. Wrong medicine. I'm pretty toasty here. It was snowing earlier today, but it melted away. I heard that, I know that it snowed for a good chunk of the day at Asteroid's house. There you go. And I see that light on over there.
Who is that?
And that's exactly what I was trying to avoid. Well, you know,
It's all clear.
sometimes all I need to do is to get warm is to enjoy some. Well, I mean, okay, well, this isn't really the warmest spot in the game, but enjoy some entertainment. That's what I was gonna say. And there we go. Got the Pal key all cold up. And after we go to through this cold process, we'll go through the warm process. Pretty much unavoidable that they'd see me this way, but
Who is that? Enemy sighted. Requesting back.
I think that tomorrow at the birthday celebration, Johnny should be able to sell more of the plushies. Hopefully he can get them sold, because you know I joked about it with doing all these commercials and everything, but I do hope that he gets.
PAL code number 2 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 3.
Okay, there goes PAL code number 2. Next comes PAL number 3. Warm the key.
Well, where do I begin with the fan art? The first one was great because that made me feel like, oh my gosh, somebody actually cares enough to make fan art of what I'm doing. Yep. And the one is a female. I like because it gets me to feel a certain way. The one that you made recently with me as the werewolf dog, I enjoyed because you know, seeing myself as a dog, that's interesting, because of the whole dog boy thing. The one where you drew me as a Yoshi, that was fun, because of the whole me trying to go ahead and advertise this as more video game based with Yoshi, who many people have said I'm a lot like out of all the Mario characters. And of course, Yoshi's one of the characters in Nintendo Mario, the Mario series, that I don't think anyone really dislikes him. Maybe Kamek, but aside from that, even Bowser wanted to have a Yoshi when he was when Yoshi met Bowser. So it's a pretty good sized compliment to go ahead and compare me with someone that everyone likes. I like the toddler slots because I've seen toddler Johnny so much, because a lot of people, not even him himself, I've seen so many people request that he comes out. And to be fair, the Minecraft video that he did recently was actually funny, so give him points for that. And of course, spending Christmas with the Wolf Boy was fun, because he had the whole Christmas party, and even the fact of like how it was like, don't even worry about the DMCA on one of the songs. I was like, okay, remember, it needs to be from the song list, and he was like, don't even worry, I'll make it work. And I was like, oh. The constellation was interesting because it looked like, it reminded me of my bed sheets. Because since I moved, my mom said that I would get a new bed, a new mattress, because I've had the same one since I was, I don't know, maybe 5, and now I finally got a new one.
Who's there?
Okay, look, I can't keep finding you guys.
Is that? Who's there?
I need the break in the action to go ahead and and so when I was young, I had a very active penile system, and it made me use the restroom in bed, because I'm not even pressing the L button. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Requesting back.
But yeah, let's just say that there was some leftover urine looking colors in the mattress that I had before we moved. I mean, I was a I wasn't just a dog boy, I was a puppy boy back then, so makes more sense, I guess. Kind of hard to train, but eventually got it, and I grew up, and luckily the waterworks stopped, so. Yes. Although the bed sheets were from... We actually moved... So I moved from one part of California to another part of California for about, I felt like 5 or 6 years, and then we decided to jump to a different state. And that's where I am now.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox dye? Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah.
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure, but he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay. I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages toward the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So, it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Is that all you think about?
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Alright, we're going into the warm area now, so hopefully it helps. Yeah. If it was too cold, I would say keep lights on, though, because there's a whole amount of studies that say that if you're in a cold area, make sure that you have mood lighting on, which would be bright lights. Why do you think I'm pressing the L button, controller? And we're out the heat, please. No. Yeah, dude, I blasted you like 3 times. Go ahead and... Teleport, nuke building, snowfield. Just the teleport one.
Enemy intruder sighted. Send additional person.
Alright. That didn't exactly work, and I think it cost me a box. Yep. But at least he's asleep now. I guess then the next question that you have to ask is, where's the notebook? Where'd you write it down at? That's what I'd be saying. And if it's not there, look under your bed. You should be fine so long as one of the monsters isn't DMCA. There we go. All heated up and accounted for. Alright, good luck. And thank you again. You guys have no time to stop.
Is there somebody there?
No.
Who is that? Enemy sighted. Requesting back.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know anything. My parents' face is my name. The name and ID I have now I just bought. But the reason why I study genetics, that was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox.
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He is everything to me. The only proof I have of my existence. Of my existence as an individual.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who's he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom. This America. But then he and my brother went back to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments.
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterward, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox die? Foxdie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Foxdie contains smart enzymes, created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack.
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi.
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Foxdie.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Foxdie as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that... No. That's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing that I wanted to tell you was, Snake...
Hey! What are you doing?
Snake.
Naomi?
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Foxdie was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Bathroom signs at next to California, soaring over California, looked very close to me. So I went, I believe left is the women's restroom and right is the men's restroom. So I went left.
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated. Ready for launch.
No! Why? I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when I decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
Well, for starters, I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. We thought we'd get the info from you, but there was Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come to where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid! How the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute. I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Liquid!
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. You performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and Decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us, so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged along with bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Die.
Fox Die? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Die's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder. Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Die's program. Oh well, doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Die vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah? Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by Fox Die. But Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all of the old man's dominant genes. I got all the flawed, recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Ha! Love? It's hate. His choosing me, knowingly, to be the inferior one? For this, I want revenge. You don't even understand this. You, who could kill your own real father. You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you. Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes. You missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever.
Snake! Come! Kneel down and sacrifice yourself to this historic weapon! Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother! Now, you shall bear witness to the demon weapon that will drag the world
Into the 21st century!
I remember there being a story that I heard in high school where there was this average person who tried to improve on things by being a leader. Only thing is, due to the people's wants and needs, which were what he was going by, he ended up actually messing up the country even more than it was already. So I don't think a lot of people believe that I should be a leader or a president or something. I don't feel like I should be. It's a heavy gift, and it's might be more heavy than I can weigh. I just remember that I need to use chaff before. I really do enjoy the 90s when I grew up, but I think as I told Asteroids, if there was a planet that you could visit that had things like the 90s, where you could go for a quick vacation, I wouldn't mind going there. But it would be a great place to visit, but not to stay.
Did that do it? Damn! Get away! Gray Fox. A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat. So it is you. You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Fox, why? What do you want from me? I'm a prisoner of death. Only you can free me. Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you. Naomi? You're the only one who can stop her. No, I can't. Why? Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her, too. Oh, I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood, to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother. Fox. Outwardly, we may have seemed like contented brother and sister. But every time I looked into her eyes, I trembled with fear. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving. Fox!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds,
We use Royal Harriers!
Fox!
how strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal! He destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox. But now you're finished!
Now, fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Can I shoot? Let's check.
It's no good. I can't
Nope.
do it. Finally die. After Zanzibar land, it's no good. I can't do it. Battle. Neither truly alive nor truly dead. It's no good. I can't do it. A world of light. But soon it will finally end.
Die! Fox!
Snake! We're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake. Farewell.
Foolish man! When death is entreated, the battle is decided. You see, you can't protect anyone. Not even yourself.
There you are!
I think it was Shazam was the last one I saw in theaters. Chapter 30. Let's just say for that one, I'm glad I finally got to spend more time with my turtle grandmother, but when you get to be a certain age, you get forgetful. My paternal grandmother has memory issues, and one of the things that came with her memory issues was not being able to control her stomach. And let's just say I found out too much about bandana. Yes. Shaft. Yes. I caught her thinking she was using the restroom when she was going to the bathroom on a heater. Air vent. That's what I see.
Sleeping late as usual, eh, Snake?
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die, as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
The restoration of the era when warriors such as us lived as we should.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict shall breed conflict, new hatreds will arise, and our own biosphere shall steadily expand.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't that reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing, that's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face as you delivered the coup de grace. Oh, it reflected such vitality.
You're wrong.
There is a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was a man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method?
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So, it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But unlike us, they carry it digitally. With the completion of the Human Genome Project in the last century, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted, using gene therapy, into the members of the next generation Special Forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing right and left are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
They are misshapen creatures, artificially produced from Father's genetic pattern. They are our blood brothers, and they were born of many an ultimate sacrifice.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments.
Huh?
1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to pesticides and radiation from depleted uranium rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First, they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just to cover up the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We're on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The genome soldiers suffer from the same problem, signs of symmetry. So do I, as do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? Because it increases the chances that shared genes will be transmitted to future generations. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. That we will help our blood relatives is inscribed in our very genes.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then, I'm going to go beyond, in order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl?
I'm sorry, I was out for a moment. Right. Cutscene.
Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl?
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name?
I have a name.
No. We have no past, no future. If we did, our fate is nothing but what is determined in the genes we inherited from our father.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me!
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence, along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may be only a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You'd better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. Huh? What are you doing?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it!
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Hausman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he is a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
The President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Damn it! You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief is already dead.
So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. You're just the lingering ghosts of a system that is no more. Well, do try to get along in the time you have left before the bomb.
Oh, there's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. I shall nullify you and your genes, and I will take them all back. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? This will be the time limit for our final battle. When death comes for this girl, this nuclear module shall vanish from this world as well. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. And if you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it'll kill even you.
Oh boy. One of my favorite fights in Metal Gear Solid. Yay. At least the good news is that I didn't have armor on. I actually checked that last night. If I would do worse if I had armor on, since I didn't have the armor. Alright, see you, Pepper. Boy, do I hate that attack when he does that. Roo-rah.
Better hurry! It's going to blow! What's wrong?
There you go.
Snake!
Meryl? Meryl? Forgive me. Damn. I gave in to my fear. I gave in to my pain. I sold your life to save my own. I'm a loser. I'm not the hero you thought I was. I'm nothing. Meryl, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Meryl can't forgive anyone anymore.
Otacon?
She's gone, Snake.
Because of me.
I guess blaming yourself makes it easier, huh? Focusing on that will keep you from thinking about her death.
What the hell do you know? Meryl's dead. I lost.
So, are you gonna stay here and die? Along with her? Snake. People die. But death is not defeat. That's what Hemingway said. I lost Wolf, too. But that wasn't defeat. She and I will be together forever. We didn't lose anything.
Together. Forever.
It's true that Wolf is dead. But our love didn't die with her. Life isn't just a game of win or lose. Don't you think? Let's live, Snake. There's a parking garage right next door. We can get to the surface from there. Come on. I released all the security locks. It'll be okay. We can escape. You have my word on it.
Otacon, you've changed.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know? Ah! It started. Those guys seem like they only hurry when they're destroying things. Good. Let them destroy it. But they can't destroy the human spirit.
Okay. Let's go. Meryl, I hope you're still watching me. You'll see if I'm the legendary man or not. Come on, hustle.
Snake, it's cold outside. You'll freeze like that.
My sneaking suit.
You better hurry. Hurry! Now you look like yourself again. Hurry! I'll take the wheel. Uh-oh, a surveillance camera.
okay? I guess so. Otacon, can you move?
It's no use. I can't move.
Snake. Snake! Fox?
Die. If he's dead, that means...
Don't think about it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel!
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 bombers have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, about Meryl.
I already know.
Colonel?
Meryl was my daughter.
What?
I didn't find out until recently. I got a letter from her mother, my dead brother's wife. I was going to tell her after this operation was over.
Colonel,
It's okay, Snake. Thanks anyway. Snake, I'm sorry I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I'd better not show my face around there.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
It's not too far from the truth.
There's also a helicopter waiting for you at the Fox Islands.
Okay, Roy. Are you going to be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all of Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I'll look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Foxdie. What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling's with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi?
I heard about my brother.
Frank wanted to tell you something. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought on sheer willpower until the very end.
Maybe now he's finally found some peace. My brother was already dying. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar land, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Foxdie too. What about me? When am I going to go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time's up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you. Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code, inscribed into their genes. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before, the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that its genetic information houses a person's strengths or destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm gonna choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from now on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to what will come. All life is tethered to the future. Loving each other, teaching each new generation, then the world can change. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Until today, I've only lived for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now?
I want to enjoy life. I really do. How about you, Otacon?
Me? I feel like a new man.
So what are you gonna do? Continue your research?
No. Science and technology are fine, but humans are my interest now.
Sounds good.
The whole reason I got into science in the first place was because I was no good with people. I was scared of them. I was scared of life. I thought that I could never understand them because they're so illogical. But I've finally learned how to like people. There's no reason for me to be afraid anymore.
You and I are more alike than I thought.
I'm no wolf, but I'm not gonna just stand on the sidelines anymore. I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet. I'm not gonna hide anymore.
You're giving up your stealth camo?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You can have it. So, this is where we say goodbye to our loves as well. Want me to drive?
No thanks. I'd rather do it myself.
No problem. Where to, Snake?
My real name is David Otacon.
I'm Hal, Dave.
Oh, that's right. Hal. Hal and Dave. That's a good one. Maybe we should take a trip to Jupiter.
So, where are you going, Dave?
I think it's time for me to look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will you find it?
I'll find it. I know I'll find it.
Also, a bit of a heads up for the Twitch re-upload of this video game. The credits will not be okay. Good luck, Pepper. The credits will not be part of the Twitch re-upload due to DMCA. I'll be planning on editing them out. But I got both endings now.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those two are still alive. The vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes. Yes. Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Once again, I get the codename Bat. Game level normal. Playtime 7 hours, 43 minutes, 14 seconds. Save 11 times. Continue 14 times. Alert mode 44 times. Enemies 1 killed. That was at the very, very end. Rations 65 used. And special items. We got the bandana. We already had the bandana, and now we get stealth from the stealth suit. Save, yes. I'll be waiting a moment before I raid. So I'll go ahead and just show a little bit here. This is the last week to go ahead and pick up the Johnny Wolfboy plushie. Be sure to pick one up from Makeship if you haven't already. I am not getting paid for this endorsement. I am simply helping out a friend. Having said that, I am very hopeful that people can go ahead and pick one up. And we can get 400 sold before the end of the week. Tomorrow we will not be streaming. I will be helping Johnny out with his birthday plans. And I will see you guys on Friday for a Fantasy Friday, unless Johnny does not stream on Thursday, in which case I'll probably be doing a Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions stream on Thursday. But Friday is a for sure. 99% for sure. But right now I'm going to go ahead and end stream and check on my messages. One moment. Pepper. Pepper, you there? Pepper. I'm going to do a countdown, and from 10, I count backwards from 10, and if I haven't heard anything back from you, I'm going to go ahead and choose another target for the raid. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and choose a different person. I thank you all for your for watching, and thank you for your Thank you for your contributions to the channel, Pepper. I'm going to go ahead and send out a raid right now. See who's streaming. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and raid to Waffles. Uncle Waffles, the guy who looks like he could be my, one of my paternal uncles. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. Thank you again for watching, and take care. Oh, and be sure to give Waffles some love and appreciation. Alright. See ya!